Tuesday, March 4th, 2024. You snooze, you news. Today we're going to talk about a couple inflection points, and I'm going to predict the next inflection point that's happening in Oregon right now. So the first inflection point was Ezra Klein had an article a while ago about how Biden was too old to run again and that he should put someone else, step aside and put someone else in. And that opened the floodgates for all the corporate media to say Biden's too old and he should reconsider running. However, it doesn't really matter because it's too little too late. And the DNC kind of shot themselves in the foot by shutting down primaries. Speaking of primaries, this is another inflection point. There were 100,000 protest votes in Michigan for the Democratic primary. And those people were protesting the military action in Gaza. So that, coupled with the Flower Massacre, became like not a public opinion inflection point, because public opinion has always been against that war mostly, but an inflection point in the coverage where now the corporate media is saying that, yeah, it was over the top. I think Biden called it the military action against all those civilians. So, I mean, again, too little too late. It kind of dovetails into the argument that Biden is too old to lead because he's reacting the right way, but months after he should have. So, we'll see what happens. Election's a while away. And then the third inflection point, my prediction, Oregon just recriminalized all the drugs that they decriminalized. So that included, heroin and crack and meth, and I think they decriminalized all of it. But anyone who's met a meth addict or a heroin junkie, or I guess fentanyl's the thing now, would probably tell you that that's you can't really be a functional meth addict or fentanyl addict. And so that's not a practical use of the laws. There has to be some moderation regardless of how your ideological feelings are. More is not always better. And I think a lot of urban areas are realizing you can't just alleviate all responsibility for crimes for people. So, I mean, for Oregon to do it, since they were kind of a trailblazer in decriminalization, I think that marks a turning point, and we'll probably see more of a, kind of a law and order turn from a lot of these urban leaders and leaders of more liberal states. And I'm not saying that Republicans have all the answers to that stuff either, because I certainly I think there are a lot of times where the sentencing is too harsh. But I mean, just think about all the people that have been in jail for marijuana over my lifetime. Not one of them should have been in there just for marijuana. Anyway, that's how it is. That's how it's going to go. And now you know before anybody else.